Hey there, this is Bruce, and today I've got a game for you with the Japanese Tier 8 Cruiser Mogami. And let's jump right into the action. We have the first cruiser in our sights. I take a shot, and I'm actually using AP here. I think that's still from the last game. I didn't realize I had AP there. Didn't do that much damage, but battleship of ours takes away almost all of his HP, and with my second salvo I actually hit him. Just 2 shells are necessary to take him out, so I'm using the high caliber shells on the Mogami, and each of these shells make a lot of damage even when you use HE shells. So that was the first kill already, very fast, less than 2.5 minutes into the game, and so that's a good start for our team. And yeah, the Mogami is very stealthy, so I'm running, of course, the concealment module and concealment expert, so you can you have a 9.3 kilometer surface detection, and with that you can basically go reasonably close to the caps and only then start to fire into enemy ships. This is what I like to do in the beginning. Sometimes you can catch a destroyer off guard. Not so here. This time we caught another cruiser off guard. Okay. And now I'm sort of trying to stay between base C and base B. And yeah, so far B is being contested by both teams. Sort of support my friendly destroyer here. Unfortunately, he got taken out now. But this is a game with lots of destroyers, so we have 4 more, so no problem there. And now I'm in a bit of an awkward situation. 2 people are focusing me, or have me in their sights, and I'm in the middle. I can't really maneuver because I'm sort of slamming into the island here. So that's awkward, and well, this is where the good concealment comes in. Basically, you don't shoot your guns and hope that, you know, whoever is within 9.3 kilometers of me is sort of getting out of there, and that happened now. So I'm not detected, so I'm safe for now, and I hope that remains so for the next 20 seconds or so until I can get out of here. Some plane detects me, and I'm hoping nobody takes a shot at me, and apparently not, so I get away. Wow. Okay, so this is one of those situations in the Mogami. It's not very tanky. It has very well, it has pretty bad armor, so a good broadside from a battleship can one-shot. So this is one of those situations where you really have to fear for your life, but we made it out of there because of the good detection. Okay. Now, unfortunately, in the meantime, the enemy was able to capture B base, so we're behind on bases, but the game is still young, so we can still do something about it. So the gun range of the Mogami is rather low for its tier. It's 15.7. It also has rather low shell velocity, so it takes a while for these shells to arrive at the target. So typically you will be a bit closer than other cruisers when you shoot the enemy. This is what we see here. Good concealment allows me to get somewhat close, and then I can shoot these destroyers here. And I did some good damage there. I mean, so far my damage counter isn't very impressive, but doing damage against destroyers, of course, counts twice or 3 times as much, because destroyers are very important strategically, because they can cap the points, or if you don't have dominations, they can capture the enemy base. So I'm kind of in the north part of the map, somewhat alone. I just have 1 destroyer with me, but I'm pretty much closest to the enemy. My other team is still sort of chilling at the base that we already have, so I wish they were to move a bit closer to the base that we now need to capture. And I'm not in a best position. I got lit on fire, and firing the Mogami is a problem because you can't heal. A battleship or a tier 9 cruiser wouldn't be a problem, but with the Mogami it is. So I put the fire out, and fortunately I don't get lit up again, and my friendly destroyer here was very kind. He provided smoke, and this was very welcome in this situation, because as you can see here, there is a lot of enemy ships in the area. So I'm starting to take shots now from cover. Unfortunately, my friendly destroyer also spots the enemies for me, so now I can basically shoot with impunity at those. And there's an Atago cruiser here, and I have to be careful, of course. He has pretty much the same torpedoes as me, 10-kilometer range. And the Atago was just within 10 kilometers, so it could be that he dropped torpedoes. In that case, we might be in danger, but I'm sort of... yeah, I'm taking a gamble now. I'm just saying, okay, he was barely within range, so I'm just gonna assume he didn't drop torps, or if he did, he's not gonna hit. And he was showing broadside, a lot of broadside, so I thought it takes a long time, 15 seconds to reload those guns, but let's load AP instead and punish this broadside, and that's what we were able to do here. The first salvo gave him 3 citadels, lots of damage. The second salvo took him out. Very good. Atago cruiser. So a tier 8 here is of course top tier. So taking out an Atago cruiser, always nice. And now the smoke dissipated. Of course, then we should make a run for it. We don't want to be caught standing in the open. And now the main job, I think, is Mogami is trying to burn those nasty battleships. And took a shot there at this Scharnhorst battleship. But there are closer targets, that's why I'm focusing on those. Again, these destroyers show up. Now there's a torpedo wall coming in, another destroyer. And I use now my torpedoes. The Mogami has very good torpedoes. Both sides, 2 torpedo tubes on both sides with 10-kilometer torps, and they do quite a lot of damage. So these are very, very well suited to actually torp the smoke. And what we see now is 2 of the torps hit 1 destroyer, and we killed him. Nice, devastating strike, and BAM! There was a second destroyer in the same smoke, and we get him in the same torpedo salvo. So that's basically 2 for 1. Amazing. So that gets us the double strike. You don't get that every day. Especially not when blind torping destroyers. So that's very nice, and actually that's quite important. As I said before, destroyers are strategically the most important ships. We took out 2 of those. The enemy now has only 1 destroyer left, so that's pretty good actually. And now I go back to my main job, which is burning battleships. There's the Fuso tier 6 battleship there. Lit him on fire. He's still burning, so the damage counter is going up. And he's showing a very... and I didn't want to keep shooting HE at him, because sometimes, usually people repair their fires. If they don't do it right away, then at the second fire. So basically, if you have him burning once and he doesn't put it out, then you can just switch to AP and do some damage with AP while the fire keeps burning. Whereas another HE salvo, which produces another fire, will just cause him to repair the fire. So that's why we're doing quite some damage here. We're already at over 100,000 damage. And now I'm beached again. Second time we have in this awkward situation. I'm being focused. Okay, not anymore. Okay, and to be fair, most of the ships are far away, so we don't really have a problem. There's a stray salvo coming in, gives us a bit of damage, but it's okay. I'm not shooting back, so I'm dropping off of detection. So now I'm a bit out of position, unfortunately. The battle is moving, so all those enemies that were here, we either killed them or they moved away. So now I'm fast forwarding a bit here until I get back into the action. Down to half HP. Again, the Mogami can't repair. It doesn't have heal. That only starts at tier 9. But so far we're doing well. 4 kills, and we're ahead on ships, but still behind on bases, and hence we're also behind on points. Now I have to be careful because basically every battleship salvo in my direction could be my last, so I'm trying to keep a bit of a distance between me and the battleships, and always try to stay angled, of course. But meanwhile, of course, I try to still keep try to shoot them and remove those guys. Now, I had this Bismarck in my sights. He's burning, so I lit him on fire. I think he put it out. Now this fire is from someone else on my team, and this Bismarck should die momentarily. I gave him another fire, so now it should be quick. And bam! There he is. And we're actually ahead now. 2 ships, so it's not looking too bad. Feels like we should be able to do this. Again, unfortunately, there's a destroyer here in the area. He's spotting me. I can't see him, unfortunately. So this is a bit of a problem. We really need to get that last destroyer. And also, to be honest, we now need to start reclaiming that middle base. Now, unfortunately, we lost the ship, so this point disadvantage got even worse. And we need to make something happen. We need to take some chances here. And there's another Otago cruiser, same tier as me, has the same guns. The Otago is a bit better, it's a premium. It's better because it has heal, unlike me. So I'm taking a shot at him. And that's kind of a good hit. Also, he's on fire. That gave us the Confederate achievement. And he's very low HP. Would be great if we could take him out here, because the enemy already has 900 points, and as you know, if the enemy reaches 1,000, then we lost the game. So taking out that ship, yep, I got it due to the fire. That's the Kraken, the 5th kill. So because of that, if the enemy loses a ship, they lose points. So now we have a bit more time. It's now 5 ships of ours against 3 of theirs. We're at a disadvantage just because of the points. The enemy is close to winning, but we have more ships. Now it's 5 against 2. It feels like it's doable. We just need to close it. That's funny actually. The enemy has 2 ships left and 1 almost full HP battleship. Classic. And now it's back and forth. We lose a ship, so now it's 4 against 2. Again, the enemy jumps above 900 points. It's getting a bit dicey. So we need to take out ships really, really fast. So now I'm shooting at this North Carolina. I need to be careful, of course, but he's not currently aiming at me. His guns are pointing in my direction, but he wasn't aiming at me. And so I can keep shooting him. So there are other cruisers in my area. He's shooting at those, but I have to be very careful and ready to sort of change direction as soon as the indicator pops up that he's shooting at me. Anyway, we're doing some good damage against him. Some alpha damage. Our high caliber guns can penetrate his armor at various places, and of course we have 1 fire burning on him right now. Now, the enemy has 990 points, 10 more, and we lost. So it's really, really close. Now we need that kill right now. 992, 995, and bam, we get another kill. So that's, wow, that was so close. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The enemy has 950 points now, and we next lose this destroyer up there, and this basically helps the enemy reach 1,000 points. So basically we lose. It's incredibly close. If the game would cap out not at 1,000 but at 1,100, then we would have won it. But it wasn't meant to be. It's lost, and we have a base XP of 1,900, so you don't see that very often. In fact, the base XP that I have in the losing team is higher than the top XP of the enemy team who was winning. So I think we played pretty well here, but the enemy had the majority of the bases all the time, the entirety of the game, and even though we killed more, in the end it wasn't enough, and the enemy wins by points. Well, it's unfortunate, but the Mogami is a nice ship, an amazing ship in fact. Good concealment, great guns, super damage output, great torpedoes. Only the armor is lacking, but if you know how to handle her, you will survive. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game, so see you next time.